There are many reasons why you are at school, but the main reason is to learn.
Unfortunately, there are often many obstacles to learning within our classroom.
One of these obstacles is disruptions or distractions caused by student misbehavior. This isn't something new. Students have always misbehaved. The key is how these problems are managed.
Here at Atlas Drive Middle School, a nationally certified STEM school, we have a classroom behavioral management plan that we've put together to help deal with behavior in the classroom so that everyone is successful. Now, we generally refer to this as the process.
The goal of the process is to have clear expectations and consequences. This gives the teacher more time to teach so the students can learn.
Let's see how it works. Talking about the Enlightenment and the philosophers and how they changed the world and just made everybody realize that we have these rights.
So here I am teaching a class a totally rigorous, interesting, and relevant lesson when I notice someone is clearly choosing not to behave. As I continue to teach, I'm going to decide if I should say something to address the misbehavior or if I should just ignore it. I ask myself, does the misbehavior affect at least one of the following? 1, the teacher's ability to teach. 2, other students' opportunity to learn. Or 3, the student's own learning. If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then I need to try to stop the behavior. In this case, the student's talking certainly affected not only her ability to focus and learn, but most likely the learning of other students around her as well. The first step in the process is a verbal warning. Let's see how I handle it.
We need no talking while the teacher's talking, please.
Then, I go back to teaching. It's that simple. If the misbehavior stops, then the problem is solved. No one is in trouble, and I can go back to teaching, and my students can get back to learning. But what happens if the misbehavior doesn't stop? Or maybe it stops, but it starts back up again later in class. Then we have to go to stage 2 of the process, the refocus form. The refocus form is one of the most misunderstood behavior management tools that we have. Many students see the refocus form as a form of punishment. They see it as their enemy, but this isn't the case. The refocus form is not punishment. It isn't your enemy. It is a tool designed to keep you out of trouble. Let's see how this works. The student has been assigned a refocus form. This is her chance to collect her thoughts and make a choice to stay out of trouble. While she fills out the form, the rest of the class can go back to learning. No one needs to say anything to her or about the form. She also has a choice to make. Do I fill out the form correctly, or do I choose to escalate this situation and get in more trouble? Let's see what she decides.
This form, I'm not the only one talking. Why doesn't he have a form? He was talking too.
Okay. Wrong choice. Even if other people were talking, you only need to worry about yourself. If you feel like it was unfair that only you got a refocus form, you could write that on the sheet, but you just admitted you were talking when you know you were not allowed to be talking.
I was just asking for a pencil, so I can't ask him for a pencil?
Wrong choice here. You don't need to argue with the teacher about why you were talking. Sure, you might have been asking for a pencil, but now you just admitted that you were in fact talking, which you were not allowed to be doing.
What did I do? I don't know what I did. Why do I have to do this form?
Wrong choice again. In this case, you do know what you did because the teacher had told you what the problem was during your verbal warning. But if somehow you magically forgot between when you were told the verbal warning and got the refocus sheet, you just need to write that on the paper. Explain on the paper that you're not sure what you did.
I'm not doing this form. I mean, I don't even understand why I gotta do this form.
Wrong choice. By choosing not to fill out the form, you're disobeying the teacher. and in doing so, you are choosing to have more consequences. In this case, you will definitely be taken to stage 3 of the process, which will be a parent phone call.
Correct choice. Now, let's see the correct ways to fill out the form. All of the lines at the top must be completely filled out. Now, let's see how to answer each question. Good job here. All you need to do is explain what happened. On this line, you need to explain why you did whatever you did. Think hard here. Why did you do it? Sometimes it is hard to realize, but when we misbehave, it affects other people. Problem solve here. The teacher doesn't want to have to correct you, and you don't want the teacher to have to correct you. Make a serious attempt to think of ways you can prevent this in the future.
Notice how easy this can be if we all work together? Everyone makes mistakes. If you make a little mistake in class and are corrected for it, you don't need to make it into a big deal. In fact, if you fill out the form and correct your behavior, then you won't be in any more trouble. However, if you choose to not fill out the form correctly or to argue with the teacher, then you are choosing to have more consequences, such as a parent phone call, a guidance referral, or a discipline referral. You may even be removed from class immediately if your behavior is severely affecting the learning of others. So choose to correct yourself before you have to deal with the consequences. Choose to refocus and soar so you don't end up here.
Or here.
Or here.
And you definitely do not want to end up in this office.